Hey girls, welcome back to Brunette Confessions. Today we have a special guest joining us.
Hey everyone, my name is Sophia Perez. I am a local makeup artist here in Miami, Florida, and I also run my own cosmetics line at Sophy Cosmetics.
Today Sophie's going to show you guys how to get this cheap, easy makeup look for Halloween, so keep watching.
Jumping right into this tutorial, I already primed her eyelids off camera, and now I'm setting that with this white eyeshadow from Morphe. And to start off with the transition color, I'm getting this palette from Juvia's Place and this orangey shade. This is basically going to go all over the crease, and this is the transition color, which is basically the start to all the colors that we're going to be doing today for this black and brown smoky eye. Now for the next color, I'm using this single eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. It's called Cocoa Bear, and don't mind my crusty palette. And I'm just applying that in the same area that we applied the transition shade, just to intensify the look. Moving on, I'm getting this dark brown shade from Makeup Geek, and it's called Mocha, and I'm applying that with the same brush onto the outer part of her crease and eyelid, just to really intensify this look before we jump into the black color, which is a little bit more tricky. So I'm going to be getting Corrupt from Makeup Geek, and it's a beautiful black matte, and I'm putting that onto her lids with a small blending brush and just blending everything away. Be sure to blend until your fingers hurt, okay? Now I'm going to go and highlight with this Makeup Geek shade as well, and I'm doing this under her brow bone and in her inner corner, just to highlight and pop out those areas. And I like to use a spray bottle with water just to really intensify that inner corner highlight. Now I'm cleaning the eyeshadow up with a makeup wipe, and I'm also popping on some lashes, and let's move on to the face. Since Jennifer has semi-oily skin, I'm using this mattifying primer from Bare Minerals and applying that all over her face. And for foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and I absolutely love this foundation because it's so affordable and so good. For concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, and I'm just using this to highlight under her eyes and blending that away with a damp beauty blender. For the powder, I'm going to be using the airspun translucent powder, and I'm using this under her eyes and also to set all over her face as well. For bronzer, I'm using the MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm applying that onto her forehead and her cheekbones, her nose, just to give and add some color back into her skin. For highlight, of course, I am using Sophy Cosmetics highlighter, which is my cosmetics line, and I'm using the shade Desert Sage. Finally, starting with the skull, I recommend to hold up a picture of your outline for you so you can just keep looking back and forth at it. I'm getting this black eyeliner, and this is Jennifer's black liquid liner, so I'm able to dip into it as many times as I want, and I'm starting off by doing the black outline of where the skull is going to be. Then I'm getting this LA Girl white foundation, which is the best thing to do. I'm applying that all over the face, on the lips, on the nose, just filling in all of those areas with white. And then to set that, I'm going back to that white eyeshadow, and I ended up getting a better brush, but I'm basically using that white eyeshadow to set all over where we put that white foundation, because we don't want this moving around throughout the night. I'm using black eyeshadow to just smoke out that line, and then we are going to start on her nose. So I'm going to be doing, I'm just filling in her nose with that same black liner, and I'm doing the pointy edges once we get about midway through her nose, and going back with black eyeshadow just to set everything. So everywhere where you put black, you want to set. Now I'm getting white, and I'm just doing the outline of that black that we did, just so the whole mask flows. So with a black eyeshadow, I'm going to be doing all the details of the mask, and obviously you can get as creative with this. I kind of used a bunch of pictures from Google, but also did my own spin to it. But right now what I'm doing is I'm creating the hollows of her cheek, and there's so many different ways you can do this, but I honestly thought this was the simplest way, especially since I'm not good at drawing. Now for the mouth, which is kind of the trickiest part, I'm going to start by getting an angled brush and doing lines that start from her, from the shadow that we did for her jawline, and then they meet at the end of her lips. And then once I do that, I'm getting black eyeshadow and doing a shadow on the inner part of her lip just to create dimension. For the teeth, I'm just literally drawing straight lines across her mouth, and then I'm just shading them in. I'm using a fluffy little brush, and I'm just kind of shading them in very messy. This doesn't have to be precise. You just want to do the shape of teeth. And now to top this off, I'm getting some red glitter, and I'm using this hard candy glitter glue, and I'm applying that onto that line that we did to start off the mask, just to add a little bit of a red touch. And that's basically it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Halloween tutorial. Be sure to follow me on my social media, and thank you so much, Brunette Confessions, for doing this video with me.